Hey guys, it's Christian.
Hey guys, it's Ash, and you're listening to The Group Chat is Haunted.
Welcome in everybody. We are so excited for the third time recording our very first episode.
Third time's a charm, baby.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be it is this time. As long as the baby stays asleep, we'll be good.
Yes. We got this. I know we do.
Yes. So tonight's stories are going to come from Savannah, Georgia. So we're going to do 2 little mini stories for you guys. And Ash is going to start us off.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Third time's a charm. So, as she said, we are going to Savannah for our first little episode today. I'm bringing the Marshall House, which is, by the way, one of the oldest hotels in Savannah. Started by a young lady named Mary. She opened it back in 1851. It was owned originally by a hotel company. So she opened it and it was ran by these hotel, like HLC, I think is the name of it.
Back in the 1800s?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that hotel companies were a thing back then.
Mm-hmm. They were probably really small.
I feel so stupid.
Don't feel stupid.
Anyways, continue.
But anyway, so long story short, the Marshall House has been owned by several people from the day that it opened up until such point that it closed down until I think 1998, and then closed for renovations, reopened, and then now it still functions as a fully operating hotel.
Yeah, which when I looked up the picture, I realized that I passed it both times that I've been to Savannah, but didn't even realize what it was. And I was just like, oh, that's a pretty building. You know what I mean?
It's the structure. Most of it is still the same. When they did the renovations, they did new floors. Some of the floors are still original. I know the doors apparently are all original.
Which is so cool.
It's still creepy.
Yeah, but can you imagine the craftsmanship of them? I'm sure they're beautiful. They're not boring doors like we have nowadays.
Not the beige millennial.
Yeah.
No, most of it's still original, but definitely for sure as far as the structure goes, everything is what it was. It's basically based off of, I think, the New Orleans style buildings, those pretty, not Gothic,
the iron.
but I
think it has from what I remember of the picture, and we'll post it on social media, it's the iron...
The railings and stuff?
What word am I looking for? Yeah, railings, but the porch, the porch part, it's the big wrought iron...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. The swirly, twirly...
Yes, I know exactly. I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. But no, it is. Structurally, it's really beautiful. It's one of those places that you look at it and you're like, oh, wow, that's really pretty. Yeah. But it gives you the heebie-jeebies at the same time.
You can tell it has history.
Yes. Speaking of history, it was a makeshift hospital for not only one of the world wars, but for yellow fever. It was basically a dumping grounds for all of these people that were in the war. And it was like, hey, let's try to fix these people that are falling apart quite literally.
I feel really dumb.
Why?
What is yellow fever?
That's a really good question I don't know the answer to.
Okay.
I probably should have looked that up before.
Neither of us
we got
know.
Here.
Okay.
I think yellow fever, I don't...
Because, I know the tuberculosis outbreak. We're going to Google it because I feel like a dumb blonde right now not knowing. Why would it be called a yellow fever? Did your body turn yellow or something? And you just had a fever?
So, it's a hemorrhagic disease transmitted by Aedes and Haemococcus mosquitoes.
Oh. So you got it from mosquito bites.
Yeah. Fever, headache, jaundice, with severe
cases
causing shock, organ failure. No specific treatment exists beyond supportive care.
Got it. Okay.
And highly Oh, there's a vaccine for yellow fever.
Interesting.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
I guess that only...
Well, if you didn't know what yellow fever was, like the two of us, and now you do.
Now we know. The more you know.
The more you know. Okay, anyways.
So
yellow fever, and then where did you leave off? Where else?
World War.
Yes.
Civil War. Oh, my God. Anyways, yeah, so basically it was a makeshift hospital for Civil War and yellow fever. With that being said, a lot of the people that investigate this hotel think that most of the hauntings come from people from the Civil War or,
Which would make sense.
Yeah. There is one pretty notorious story where there's people that will check into the hotel, and they'll check in and they'll see this rando guy that's missing a limb. Like, I guess it's his left arm or something. He's missing his whole arm, and he's looking for it. Yeah, he's just
Could you imagine? I wonder if they see just like an apparition, like missing his arm, like looking lost, or if they see like an apparition with like blood and like stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
You know what I mean? Ugh. Like, I feel like that would make it 10 times creepier.
It would, especially the fact that you're seeing somebody actively looking for their lost limb and, like, freaking out. Can you imagine?
No.
I couldn't either.
It kind of makes me want to stay to see if we see anything.
That would be so cool. I'd be like, wait a minute. Hold on, dude. I don't know where your arm is, but just chill out.
Yeah, it's going to be fine. I can help you. What's your name?
It's probably down the hall to the left.
Second door on the right, actually.
It's probably in, actually, one of the rooms that was used for surgical suites. It's 214, 314, 414.
Which we talked about this on our second recording, about it possibly being like a loop there. Yes, because it's 14, 14, 14, but on all 3 floors.
Can you imagine?
No.
Just being stuck in that ever growing loop. You're like, I see
never
people.
Ending. It's like I see people that look different, but I'm in my time period, and or not realizing that you died, and then like your hotel has changed, where you've stayed has changed.
Yeah, everything is completely different. They're probably like, excuse me, where are their clothes? Because half of them are half naked. but so a lot of people claim that they see, obviously electricity, the TVs turning on and off, lights turning on and off, some of them just completely going out in general. So a lot of the times what'll happen is they'll see these apparitions that just kind of roam, and then they're gone. And then between that, there has been reports of also phantom children, like children that just appear.
That creeps me out.
Again, you don't know what a child is. Yep. You don't know if it's a child.
To me, most of them are demons being children.
Demons. Shut the door. But no, a lot of times people will see that, and especially with it being a war, you also have to wonder, what is the saturation of what is a child and what is brought forth from all this negative energy?
Yeah. I mean, and it's Savannah, Georgia, so with everything, there's no telling.
Ugh, that ground is soaked, people. Soaked. There is a fun little fact about the Marshall House. Anna, whatever her name may be.
We think that people made this name up. We don't know if it's her actual name.
So it could be Crystal, for all we know. But Miss Anna, she has been notorious for being seen roaming the halls. She's this really pretty young lady. She looks like she's maybe in her, early 20s. She just kind of roams aimlessly. Supposedly she is a former guest and or whatever, and she was in love with a sailor, and the sailor left and never came back. Supposedly super heartbroken, and then she just jumps to her untimely end of life.
That blows my mind, because what if he ended up in a different country and just decided never to come back? Yeah. Like, what if he wasn't actually dead, but she didn't know that, and so she killed herself?
Lesson learned here, ladies. It's not worth it. Sorry. No man is worth it. In my personal opinion, no man is worth it.
No.
Not unaliving yourself, at least. She just basically unalived herself. She exited stage left, and people say they hear silent sobs of a woman. They see the apparition of a woman just kind of floating around, just, lost. You can tell she's heartbroken.
Yeah.
People will see her, and they try to interact with her, and she just roams off.
That reminds me of, what's the name of the character on Harry Potter? The moaning girl in the bathroom?
Moaning Myrtle.
Moaning Myrtle. That's literally what I, hear in my head is like...
Stop. It's so true. She probably does sound like that. Or she's probably like...
That's what I, picture in my head, but a little bit older, not like a child with pigtails.
Yep. She's sad. She has a sad existence. Now, granted, we don't know if this woman actually exists or if somebody just made her up.
Yeah.
There's no documentation for this young lady in the research that I did, but she did get brought up in a couple YouTube videos that I watched, and I just kind of sat there thinking, I wonder if she's maybe someone that made her way into the hotel. Like, maybe something happened. And
like in the surrounding area,
yeah,
and she just
made
ended
her
up.
way.
That, or maybe something happened somewhere else, and she got, like, the portal from those 3, like, the 14. Like, you know what I mean? If that was, like, an entrance for her to the world, and now she's just stuck in that ever-ending...
She can't exit stage left again.
Nope, never again. She's just stuck there in the hotel.
She is. But basically, anybody that's there is stuck there. There's no real... I think, exit for these people because of their deaths and how untimely they were. They, also report that people are touched in those rooms, like how someone holds your hand in surgery. They just caress you.
Yeah.
With their strong hand.
I've been touched by a ghost before. It's the strangest feeling in the entire world.
No, absolutely.
I'm going to do a whole episode on that, and it's also in Savannah, Georgia, but yeah. It's creepy.
Sorry, if someone touches me, just please don't. It's not...
Especially when you're sitting in a room in the dark.
Yeah.
And you just, like...
And it's like someone's holding on to you for your life.
But it's a tingly feeling. It's not...
It's not like I'm going to grab you.
Yeah, it's not like us holding hands. Like you can feel it, but it's not like a physical... I don't know how to explain it. If anybody else has been touched by a ghost, let us know in the comments of the episode and tell me if you experienced the same feeling.
No, thank you. I'm good. I don't want to be touched by anything, especially not a ghost. That just seems... No, Scooby-Doo, we're running, baby.
Scooby-Doo.
We're not staying here.
Come on, Shaggy.
Come on, Raggy. We gotta go. No, we're not doing this. But anyway, so long story short, you hear the disembodied voices, you see things turning on and off on their own, things moving on their own. A lot of, like, poltergeist activity, really.
Yeah.
Now, more than likely, it's probably, just these people figuring this out.
Yeah,
or
stuck.
Yeah, they're stuck. They're stuck in that never-ending loop.
Yeah.
Poor people. I feel so bad because it does break your heart because you often wonder, like, okay, that could be me one day and I could be so lost that I can't even figure out how to get to where I need to go.
Yeah.
Whether that be, if you believe in heaven, if you don't, if there's another world out there, are we going to another universe? These people don't know that.
I'd be the trickster, taking stuff and, like, moving it to the other side of the room.
You'd be like, am I crazy?
Yeah.
I know I saw that on the left-hand side.
Making people forget that they put it over here, and they're like, oh, maybe I put it over here, or opening the door and closing it while they're sleeping at night.
Or, like, the suitcases, like, stuff getting pulled out, and you're like, wait a minute, I know that was in my suitcase.
Opening and closing the drawers.
Oh, God, I'd be so mad. I'd be like, Kristen, stop it! I need you to quit. I need you to stop doing that.
Oh, my goodness.
There's a lot of different activity, mainly on the 3rd and 4th floor, because a lot of those rooms were used for surgical suites and to house these people that were, super sick or, those soldiers that were wounded in battle. Besides that people hear loud bangs, doorknobs turning on their own? No, absolutely not. Sorry, not sorry. Again, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
At least not while we're
just leave it be. But, a lot of times people do say that they see Mary as well, and she kind of comes back, and I think she's checking on her hotel.
Yeah.
Because she, founded the place.
About it, yeah.
And, I don't think she's stuck per se, but I think she just comes back. For so many years, she just visits.
That's cool.
But it's a really cool, really beautiful, historical structure. When it was reopened, I think the fire department part, in Savannah, they deemed it to where you couldn't, I guess, knock it down, which is why they renovated it and reopened it.
Gotcha.
So it was noted like a historical site.
Yeah.
So you can't mess with it. It basically just hangs out. People go, touristy, go in, hunt ghosts, and they call it a day. But it's a pretty neat little structure. I mean, if you look at it, you're like, wow, that's really pretty. But most of Savannah's like that anyways.
Oh, for sure.
You're like, wait, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
But no, so that's my Marshall house. It'll be on our bucket list. We'll definitely make a girls trip, and we'll have to go out there.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of places in Savannah that we're going to be visiting, and maybe we'll have more detailed podcast episodes of what our experiences
on who Anna
are.
is.
Yeah, and if you have any information on Anna or Anna,
whatever her name is,
yeah, let us know. Mine actually kind of has something to do with the hotel in Savannah too, but it's a little more sad. We are talking about Miss Gracie Watson today.
Gracie.
And in the late 1800s, so a little bit after the opening of your hotel, is when this all happened. So her father managed the Pulaski House Hotel in Savannah. At the time, it was one of the most prominent hotels in the city. There were travelers, businessmen, and families that came through, all the time. Mm-hmm. And if you asked anybody around, they would all tell you of this little girl with these beautiful, bright little eyes, soft curls that would meet all of the guests in the lobby.
Social butterfly?
Yes, social butterfly. She was very, very friendly, very outgoing, and was definitely not one to hide behind her mother or her father. Like, she wanted people to know who she was and that was her daddy's hotel.
Excuse me, I'm here.
Yes.
Thank you. The little princess wave.
I know. I can't. They were celebrating her birthday on April 26th of 1889.
Birthday twins.
And everybody came. Like, the whole town, the people staying in the hotel, there were, kids, they celebrated, there were decorations, cakes, kids running everywhere, laughter, the whole thing. She just had the best birthday ever. And then a couple of days later, unfortunately, she got pneumonia and ended up passing away.
Oh, that makes my heart hurt.
So, in the 1800s, that wasn't really something that
was treatable.
You could treat. Yeah, you just had to wait it out and see if you survived it pretty much. And
or
unfortunately,
if your limb fell off. And wait it out. It'll grow back.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no antibiotics could help this. She ended up passing away on April 30th of 1889. So just a couple of days after her birthday. I know. It's very, very sad. Just 4 days after turning 6 years old.
Poor baby.
I know. Can you imagine the shift in that hotel? Like, not just from
in general.
The parents, grieving, but just the people that were already staying there that saw this little girl running around and greeting them.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and then out of nowhere, she's just gone. I just couldn't imagine.
No.
So from complete laughter through the hotel, celebration, everything went to mourning for the entire city. They say that the whole city felt it whenever she passed away.
Aww.
And her parents, obviously very devastated, they took a painting that they had of her and had somebody that was really good with marble make a statue, like a realistic statue of her for her gravesite. And it is still there today. It is beautiful. We will post a picture along with the picture of the hotel, but it's just gorgeous. Oh. The cemetery that she is in is called the Bonaventure Cemetery. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it.
Bonaventure.
But they say that her dad visited every single day. He would take her flowers and put them at the headstone, and that he just really, really struggled with her passing, which I'm sure her mom did too. But
Dad seems a little more.
Yeah, there's more research that I've seen that the dad took it a little bit harder than the mom did.
Daddy's girl.
Yeah, for sure.
Aww.
People nowadays that go to the cemetery, they say that it feels way too quiet when you go in there, and that you, without realizing it, just slow down. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Sometimes I don't know, something about cemeteries give me the heebie-jeebies anyways. But I can imagine that's so heavy. Like, it's so heavy thinking about what happened to her and how loved she was. But then at the same time, it's kind of like, if she shows up, like, get the party started. Like, hey, I'm here. Like,
yeah.
What are we doing? We going to go on a walk or something? Like,
yeah. So speaking of her showing up, so people have had pictures, say they're like taking a picture with her monument or taking a picture of her monument, and they say that they'll see like a little figure like next to it as if she's like standing there saying, hi, like I'm here, really. This is me.
I didn't get a chills the last time we talked about it until today, and then I'm like, oh.
Yeah. They also will say that they will be looking at the monument, say they'll walk away somewhere else into the cemetery because it's a pretty decent sized cemetery. And they'll come back and no one else has been in there. And there's flowers like at the end of her grave.
Oh, Dad's here.
So, yeah, I think it's like Dad coming back and being like, okay, I'm still gonna.
I just thought about this. Are they all buried in the same spot? Like mom, dad, daughter?
Oh, that's a great question.
I just thought about that now.
I don't know.
Because I was thinking about the little lambs on the top of the stones. And I'm like, wait a minute, I wonder if they're all buried together. Because you know how some families will purchase plots?
Yeah.
And I don't know
how
there.
it was back in the... I mean, I would assume that they died in the early 1900s if she died in 1889. I don't know. I guess we'll look it up and see. On top of seeing her in pictures and seeing flowers show up, even though there's nobody else in the cemetery... They will say that they will be standing there looking at her cemetery, admiring the beautiful face of this cute little girl, and they will hear walking in the gravel behind them, and they'll turn around and nobody is there.
That's gross. That's just so weird.
Yeah. Did you find anything?
So W.J. and Frances Watson are not buried with her in Savannah. After Gracie died in 1889, they moved to New England and were later buried in Albany Rural Cemetery in Menands, New York.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like really far away.
I
guess they just couldn't handle it.
Probably not. You know what? I would imagine not.
I didn't look up the history of the parents afterwards.
I was more so just curious because my brain went to the little lamb and I said, wait a minute, I wonder if they're
that makes you wonder. I don't know.
Well, now we know.
That's a far way to travel as a ghost dad to give your daughter flowers.
Teleports. Hey, honey, I'm home. Took me a little bit to get here, but I'm here.
They'll hear the people walking even though there's nobody there. And then they also have stated that they hear giggles of little kids or a little girl coming through the trees. Which, once again...
No, thank you.
This might actually be her just because it is a little girl. But that still really creeps me out.
That's so sus. I'm not even gonna lie. Because, I mean, I don't want to know that you're there. If I'm going to be all the way honest, I don't want to know that a ghost is there. Sorry. I mean, I've had my fair share of TVs turning on and off. Papa, go home. Like, go back to bed or something. Like, don't turn the TV on. Don't walk past. Or smells. I'm like, this is just so weird. I just don't know if I want to interact with this. But for some reason, I still do. I'm like, hey, turn the TV off, please. You know, just electricity isn't cheap now.
But I feel like as long as you're calm, that they're calm. If you don't try to instigate them... or
like
act,
Zach on
like freaking Zach Bagans. I feel like for the most part, they're just like, okay, you're cool, I'm cool.
Yeah, we just exist together.
Yeah.
We exist in two different worlds, but we exist.
Like, there was one time in this house, and no, I don't think my house is haunted. I think it was just the light bulb was going out, but I just thought that the house was haunted. And I was sitting in the living room watching TV, and the light just kept flickering and flickering. And I was like, okay, you know, whoever's here right now making this do this, you're kind of creeping me out. Can you please stop?
I need you to quit.
And I don't know if it was coincidence, but it stopped.
Oh, maybe somebody was coming to say hey.
But then a couple minutes later, it started flickering again.
Oh.
So
well,
I don't know if the light was going out or what, but I feel like you just have to do that. Just, hey, like, I'm cool, you're cool, but you're freaking me out. So just stop.
I need you to not do that, please.
Yeah. After the hearing giggles, on top of that, people say even if you don't hear or see anything whenever you go, that there's just a feeling and a heaviness in the air in the cemetery. It's like a wave of sadness that seems to go over you, which I get, you know, whether
especially for someone young.
Exactly. Like whether it's the little girl's sadness that you're feeling or whether it's her dad, you know, that's still there. I get it. I'm curious to see when we go if we feel anything of that nature. But whether you believe in ghost stories or not, visitors agree on one thing, that little Gracie's grave does not feel like just any other monument, that it definitely feels personal, and I truly believe that that's why people still come back.
Yeah. Especially for someone of that age that was so well known. Mm-hmm. There's probably still people that have, like, family that dates back to her.
They
so
might.
You also wonder, too, like, I wonder if they were told stories about Gracie. And they're like, oh, yeah, this is somebody that used to be in our, you know, our little group here.
Yeah.
You know, still go visit her. Still go say, hey, you know, even if you just look at her for a quick second, she'll never be forgotten.
Well, not even that, though. I think just the beauty of the marble monument.
Yeah, isn't it in a glass case now? Like, didn't they put a glass case over it? I read that somewhere.
Maybe.
That they put her, like, in a glass, like a big glass
I feel like because we've recorded this 3 times, you've done more research on the story.
Well, because I was so curious. I was like, Savannah, no.
They might have, just to kind of preserve her from weather and tear, because you got to think that was built in 1889 and it's 2026 now. Yeah. No matter how much you keep that clean, eventually marble is going to start cracking.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. She's got a fence now.
Okay, so people can't touch her.
Yeah, so they can't go in and mess with her. It looks like, I mean, she's really well taken care of for some reason. I thought,
like I said, she was the love of the town back in the late 1800s, and I feel like the town has just carried that love through.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it was tragic that she died of pneumonia. Obviously, she could have died a way more tragic way.
Oh, yeah,
but for the town to memorialize her in the way that they have, like, hundreds of years later, I think it's beautiful.
They're like, yay, we love you, Gracie.
Yeah, I think it's so beautiful.
That's so beautiful. Mm-hmm. It's still sad, though, but it's still really beautiful.
I couldn't imagine losing my child.
I want people to miss me like that when I die.
I'll miss you, Ashley.
I hope somebody does. I know you will.
If I don't, my child will.
I was going to say, oh gosh.
He loves his Auntie Ashley.
I tell you. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Yeah. If you guys have stories of your own that you would love to tell us, we could read on the pod, please let us know, whether it is about Savannah or the Appalachian Mountains or any other place that you've been that we could either cover or read your story. We would love to hear it. You can email us at
groupchatishaunted@gmail.com.
I'm so proud.
I practice.
Also, don't forget to follow us on Spotify so that you don't miss an episode. Also, follow us for updates on our Instagram at...
Oh, man. How did I miss the one?
In 3.
Hold on.
2.
No.
1. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you know what? I practice everything, but y'all, you have to understand we've done this 3 times, and you think I would actually know what I'm talking about, but for some reason, it's like I'm the worst podcaster ever because I can't remember everything. Okay, here we go. The group chat is haunted.
On Instagram.
Yes.
Make sure to follow us.
We'll be doing episodes
every Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, we will release a new episode every Wednesday.
Yay! You
We're
can come
so
back
excited.
for the party.
Yeah. Yay! So thanks for listening, guys. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye.